For a woman, the anticipated pleasure is initially it's sex. It is. The woman has to sense that you're going to fuck her properly when you guys get along. Women are thinking that. They're thinking, okay, is this guy gonna make a move? Is he old enough to take my clothes off? I even heard a guy, Jeffy from RSD, and he had a great little talk. It's online, where he says women know meet him and his buddies that they get alone with him. He's like, women know that when they meet me, if we get alone, like, this guy's taking his dick out, I'm taking my dick out, right? It sounds funny, but there's a lot of wisdom in that. There's something to that, where women can get the sense that, yeah, this guy, his dick works, and he's gonna know how to use it on me, and he's not gonna be afraid to do so. There's a lot to that. So that's that anticipation. Safety. There's a physical safety element. Okay, he's not gonna try to rape me, or he's not gonna hurt me or get weird on me if we get alone. But also there's the element of emotional safety. Can she express her sexuality and not be judged for it? A lot of times women will hook up with guys that they know in their social circle, that they know have hooked up with a lot of other women in their social circle and have kept their mouth shut. And the women will know, okay, he's a guy I can fuck, and he's not going to talk about it. And he's not going to judge me for it. I have a buddy like that I grew up with that's, at this point, he lives in a smaller city, and he knows a ton of women. He just knows a lot of people. He goes out a lot and stuff, and very social person. And, he got started probably when he was in middle school with women, with girls, and it just has snowballed. And now he's just going on his reputation as that guy that a girl can hook up with, have great, fun, sort of kinky sex with, and he's not going to talk, he's not going to tell anybody, and he's definitely not going to judge her for it. So that there's a big aspect of emotional safety when it comes to being sexual with a guy. And then respect. A lot of the test that women give guys is because they don't respect him. They feel like, and the one thing that just kills respect, and I kind of touched on this with the Bill Clinton marijuana thing, is lying, is being insincere, is being inauthentic. And when a man lies to a woman, it's fucking disgusting. It's repulsive to them. Now, it's one thing if I'm lying to, let's say I said something bad about a guy, I said, oh, this guy, he's a pussy, I don't like him. And he's bigger and stronger than me, right? And he finds out, and he comes up and he's like, hey man, I heard you were talking shit. Oh, no, I wasn't talking shit. And that's kind of understandable. You don't want to get your ass beat. Shouldn't have been saying anything in the first place, and it's very respectable and honorable if you say, yeah, I was. And knowing you're probably going to get your ass beat, but still stepping up and saying, okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's fight. But it's understandable if you don't, right? Well, what can a woman do to you? Hold out on sex. So when a man lies to get sex, it's just despicable. There's just no respect there. Because, first of all, he thinks he needs to lie to make a woman be sexual, again, undermining a woman's inherent sexuality. Number two, he's that desperate for sex that he needs to lie. And number three, she can't really do anything to him. And to think that his life is incomplete unless he's getting laid is, again, so it's just not something that garners respect. It garners disrespect. It's like, ugh. It's repulsive. So, not being true to yourself, not being yourself is the biggest turnoff to a woman. Being yourself is the biggest turn-on. So that old advice of being yourself is true. The problem is you've been conditioned to be anything but yourself. You've been conditioned to try to compete with the dude, right, Mr. Suave, who isn't real. You've been conditioned to try to be him more than he is. So you've been conditioned to act like him perfectly. He's not real, so acting like him, even if you get it right, is a lie. It's almost to do that, but you're going to try. So in doing so, you're not going to be acting like who you really are. And ultimately that comes down to thrust, which is, who am I? What do I want? What do I value? What are my rules in life That's the direction you want to go in. Now, what does that mean? How do I act? What do I say? What decisions do I make moment to moment? And then based on those decisions and the decision-making process I have, now, how does that come out in my clothes and the way I move my arms, the way I talk?